Sufism has always been described as the path of love, a way of remembering the divine in every breath, every word, and every silence. Few voices in our time have embodied this path as deeply as Abida Parveen, the queen of Sufi music. For her, music is not a performance, it is prayer. She once said, "Music is not entertainment for me, it is my way of worship." Every note of Sufi kalam is a call to the beloved. When she sings, it feels as though her voice is not rising from her alone, but from something greater, something infinite. She has often reminded us, "When I sing, I disappear." It is not Abida who sings. It is the divine singing through me. In those moments, the voice is only an instrument, a vessel for remembrance. Abida's music is rooted in the belief that art has a purpose beyond applause. She has said, "The purpose of Sufi music is not fame or applause. It is to awaken the sleeping heart." This awakening is not just an emotional stir, it is the call of the soul remembering its true home. Her words carry the essence of centuries of Sufi wisdom. The beloved is everywhere. When the voice rises in love, it reaches him. For her, the act of singing is an act of love, and love knows no barrier. It flows from the soul to the divine, bridging what seems separated and revealing what was. Always connected, every sur, every rag, every kalam becomes a form of zikr. Every sur, every rag, every kalam is zikr, remembrance of God. To listen to her is to be reminded that music itself can be worship, that art can be a prayer that requires no words other than sincerity. Yet Abida does not claim this power as her own. She says humbly, "The kalam of the saints is the voice of God. I am only a medium through which it flows." This humility is the mark of true devotion, to see oneself not as the owner of the gift, but as a channel through which it passes. In her gatherings, the atmosphere transforms. When hearts unite in love, the mehfil itself becomes a place of worship. And those who have witnessed her concerts know that indeed, the space becomes sacred, tears fall freely, and hearts open as though touched by light. She has always linked her voice with her devotion. "My singing is my prayer, my devotion." Yet her music transcends borders, languages, and religions. She has reminded us, "Through music, I try to remind people that every soul is connected to the beloved." To Abida, God is not distant or unreachable. The divine cannot be seen with the eyes but can be felt with the heart. Music opens that door, and so her voice becomes the key, unlocking within us what we had forgotten, that God is not far away, but closer than breath. She calls Sufi music a bridge. Sufi music is a bridge between the soul and the divine. It awakens what is already within us. That bridge is not made of notes alone, but of longing, surrender, and love. For Abida, Sufism is not bound by labels. In Sufism, there is no boundary. Every faith, every heart is welcome in love. This is why her audiences are so diverse. Muslims, Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, all are drawn to her voice because it speaks a language deeper than words. She describes music as the language of the soul. Music is the language of the soul. It carries us beyond words, straight to God. Words may divide us, but music unites. It goes where intellect cannot, reaching the hidden chambers of the heart, and so every performance becomes more than an event. Every gathering is sacred when it is filled with the remembrance of the divine. The sacredness lies not in the place, but in the intention, in the way hearts turn together towards the beloved. Yet Abida insists she is not the owner of her gift. The voice is a gift, but the message belongs to God. She has never sought ownership over her songs because she sees herself as a servant, not a star. That is why she believes true art is not for applause, it is for awakening. She sings not to be praised, but to awaken the light within those who listen. She once said, "My identity is not Abida Parveen. My identity is the message of the saints." She does not want her legacy to be her name, but the remembrance she carried forward. Sufism, she tells us, sanctifies even pain. Sufism teaches us that even pain is holy because it takes us back to the beloved. This is why her songs carry both sorrow and joy, because both are paths to the divine. The gatherings themselves become mirrors. The mehfil is a mirror. When I sing, I see my own soul searching for God in the hearts of others. And perhaps that is why her music resonates so deeply, because it is not performance, but a shared search. In the end, she sees all music as a river. All music is a river, but Sufi music flows back to its source, the divine. That source is the beloved, the eternal destination of every soul. Through these words, Abida Parveen reminds us that Sufism is not just a philosophy, it is a way of being. It is the art of remembering, of turning every note, every breath, every moment into prayer. Her voice continues to echo across the world, not as entertainment, but as an invitation to awaken, to remember, and to return to the one who is everywhere.